Mentorship is really important, and so and especially when you're a newcomer to Canada and a newcomer to the organization, where can they grow? What is the opportunity for professional development? What is the transfer or the change process? How does this organization work? What do I do when I'm in Canada? How do I deal with a colleague of mine who may not understand what I need to do or what I need to practice or how I need to dress or how I need to pray?
And this is where the role of the clinical integrator, the informal mentor, comes. We're moving right now in creating a much bigger sphere, like an IN network. The criteria for us is for them to be working at least for 1 year in Canada, so they have that work experience. And anybody can be a clinical integrator. They could be nurses, they could be managers, they could be clinical educators, and we have some of those.
Staff really are very much engaged in mentoring, and it really leads to an added bonus of really increasing staff engagement. And so it's a ripple effect that you might be actually trying to support the IHP through a mentoring program, but by way of the ripple, you're actually also supporting the engagement and the value of transferring that knowledge.
We have our senior leaders in particular who have come forward to be the mentors, and we have, for example, a women's group that has been formed, and they will interview our senior leaders so that others can learn from them.
I'm an educator and assistant professor of medicine at University of Toronto. I'm faculty, I'm there, and then we have senior IMG residents they and I are mentoring the junior IMG residents. I got another scholarly grant to study the effectiveness of the mentorship program. So there's a lot of research on mentor-mentee relationships and different models of mentoring. So one is the traditional dyad model. There's a mentor, there's a mentee. Then there is group mentoring. Like group mentoring works well for those mentees who have similar needs. For example, the IMG mentorship program which I've designed, that's why it's working well, because we have similar needs from a group of residents. However, I think one thing important to understand is not one thing could be sufficient. So we may have a group mentoring or we may have a collaborative mentoring model, but we do need a dyad or an individual mentoring on top of it as well. It has to be confidential. It has to be open. You can be it has to be a good sharing of things as well. And the other important thing for mentoring is a person who is your boss cannot be your mentor. A person who has the authority to evaluate you should not be your mentor. So I think many organizations they confuse both of them, the role of coach and the role of mentor, or role of supervisor and the role of mentor. Mentoring has to be separate from supervising or coaching. I think that's the one distinction needs to be made. And the other piece is it has to be a buy-in from a mentee that this is going to work for my benefit, for my professional growth. So I think that's another two things which are needed for a good mentor-mentee relationship.